Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here at Cash Couch. My name is Nick and I'm dedicated to helping you grow your financial education as well as your assets. Now today's video is going to be about structuring portfolio, more importantly risk. If you haven't got started yet setting up your investing accounts, please see one of my previous videos where we discuss how to actually begin investing. Now before we begin, please smash that like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate growing an audience and helping to grow with you. Now let's get into it. Now that you got your investment account set up, you've deposited a little bit of money and you're like, okay, well, what am I supposed to get invested in? Now, risk is a big factor. Every investment carries risk. There is no such thing as a safe investment. Now, when deciding risk, age plays a large part in it. If you're a younger person, you can incur more risk. You have a longer lifespan in order to recover any sort of funds lost. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't invest in some conservative investments that will lead to long-term growth. Now, if you're a little bit older, I would focus more on a sort of defensive portfolio, mostly dividend stocks. So let's discuss some of the asset classes and assets that you should be investing in. And disclaimer here, I am not a financial advisor. Please take everything that I say at face value. I do not want you to take my advice solely and then just go and lose a bunch of money. I do not want to be responsible for that. The purpose of these videos are more or less just to help you educate yourself going forward and making investments. I will never tell you what you should invest in, just give you a rough outline in terms of how to invest. Say you're under 30, I would structure my portfolio with some risky type investments. Now, when you're beginning to invest, I would invest in something that's more or less considered what they call a blue chip stock. Blue chip companies have been around for a very long time and are unlikely to go anywhere. Examples of these would be like AT&T, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Ford, GM. See, my portfolio is structured. I tend to have a more conservative stock portfolio and I incur most of my risk through cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies tend to be a lot more volatile, which incurs a lot more risk than your traditional stock portfolio. But as a young investor, I would also invest in things like growth stocks. Now, these growth stocks are stocks that don't pay dividends, but you expect to grow. These are what you're going to eventually sell for a profit. Now, when you're getting a little bit older, I would structure my portfolio towards a conservative income producing portfolio. This would include mostly dividend stocks, CDs, and bonds. Now, I don't personally enjoy CDs. I think the rate of inflation actually surpasses the returns on CDs, so I see them as kind of pointless. Bonds, on the other hand, are what we consider IOUs. So basically, you put forth the money and the institution that you put the money towards will pay you back eventually with interest. Now, income-producing stocks will produce what we call dividends. Now, depending on what your dividend yield is and how frequently it comes, you can sometimes get monthly or quarterly. Monthly would be 12 times a year and quarterly would be 4. Now, I think the best thing to do if you're a young person investing in dividend stocks is to reinvest those dividends back into your stock portfolio. And then that dividend will produce more dividends and snowball more or less into more money, meaning your portfolio will grow as you age. When deciding risk, you should be deciding what is going to keep you up at night. If you are very concerned about some of your investments, you're not going to be at peace and you're going to be a lot more restless. If you're not cut out for risk or have a low risk tolerance, I would suggest investing in a more defensive portfolio as opposed to something that's a lot more risky. But with risk often comes more reward. Now we'll talk about REITs a bit. These are real estate investment trusts. Real estate investment trusts are what you would invest in if you wanted to invest in real estate. Now, opposed to paying for the mortgage and the taxes and everything that comes with investing in real estate, you can put money towards a real estate investment trust. These are companies that will take your money, invest in properties for you. There are different types of REITs. They have housing REITs, industrial REITs, commercial REITs. Now, REITs do have increased dividends. You will make more money from investing in REITs, but the only issue there is that the tax is a lot higher. Your taxes will be taxed as normal income as opposed to capital gains, but there are ways around this. If you happen to have an IRA account, you can purchase REITs in there. Now, an IRA, an individual retirement account, typically has tax advantages or is tax deferred. You can purchase REITs within those tax deferred accounts and actually not have to pay taxes on those REITs. So just for the gist, if you're a younger person, you can incur more risk because you have a longer lifespan to recoup the money that you potentially lose. But I would suggest investing in stuff like index funds or something that's actually growing your portfolio long term. If you're a bit older, I would suggest not investing in more risk and actually purchasing a more defensive stock portfolio. This stock portfolio should consist of mostly income producing stocks. I won't get into 401ks or what retirement accounts are. I'll actually save that for another video. But this is just a basic sort of risk assessment video. Now, if you have little to no money, don't worry. You don't have to throw $1,000 at a specific asset straight out of the gate. There's a thing called dollar cost averaging where you can purchase a small amount of your investment. Now, as you go, you can keep putting money towards it and the actual cost will average out. It takes a lot of the emotion out of investing in terms of trying to time it and getting freaked out whether or not you're timed the market correctly. Your purchases will all average out. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And let's grow. Thank you for watching.